All right. I'm making this video a little impromptu. Never really made a video. Never felt the need to excuse the mic. I'm certainly not a professional talker like this guy here. But I saw this video about this AFK drop streamer, and I've heard people talking about it, and I'm genuinely at a loss for words. Like, I actually can't believe that this guy had the audacity to call somebody else out for the quality of their content, but B, that everybody is just like going with it as if it's okay. I'm actually gonna pull up a video here real quick for you. Don't worry, you won't see any BlueSquadron on this feed. I had to block him because he was the only BDO content creator that would pop up when I typed in BDO. So I had to completely block him so I could actually see a real content creator. But Dark Viper AU made a really good video here. I'd recommend you guys watch about React content. Go check out. He actually has like a 6-part series here. Super long. Probably just click on the one that has the most views. Click through it and you'll see the points that he's making. It's pretty self-explanatory once you get into it. But essentially we have BlueSquadron here. He's calling out a streamer that is AFK streaming on Twitch for drops. Now, in Black Desert, you can stream AFK or play the game AFK because there's a lot of activities such as alchemy, which I'm doing now actually. But they seem to have a problem with it because he is completely AFK from his keyboard. He's streaming on Twitch, and there's a couple of people tuning in for Twitch drops from Black Desert because you get some very, very mediocre rewards from it. Now, the reason that Blue is upset is not because there's an issue with AFK horse training on Twitch. It's because people are consuming that guy's garbage content instead of his garbage content. Now, let me explain why it is so unbelievable that this guy has something to say about somebody else's content. Okay, so what BlueSquadron does, if you don't know, is he made an entire career off of copying Asmongold word for word, bar for bar, but for Black Desert Online, right? He had some huge thing. Luckily, who would have guessed? Asmongold reacted to him, which is the only reason he has any traction, because when it comes to reactors, this is what happens in this industry, right? The reactors have all the traction, and you have to pray for a reaction from one of them. Now, you can see I don't have any other videos on BDO. I made a 10-second Valheim clip 3 years ago. I have some old Rainbow Six stuff. I'm not doing this for attention on Black Desert, right? So don't think that I'm calling out Blue so I can get him to react, so I can get Asmongold to react. That's not what the situation is, right? But what I'm saying is that it's unbelievable for BlueSquadron, who makes React content, to call out a streamer for doing AFK drop content, because in fact what he is doing is significantly worse. Now let's start off with talking about the training. Now, if training is so bad and the stream is so terrible, there's no value in it, then he would have 0 viewers, right? That's how that would work. Because if there's no value, why would anybody watch it? Okay? Now, you might say he's view botting, which is a whole different problem, but I'm not really going to get into a view botting situation here. Let's just assume that he has however many viewers he has and they're real, right? If they want to consume AFK training content, maybe have some BDO music on a side monitor while they're grinding so they can get drops, why does that matter? It's a maximum of 2 hours of drops a day. Why are you concerned that they go on an AFK? Why does that matter? I promise you that you are leeching way more viewership from the community than this AFK trainer could ever dream of doing, because he has a max of people who are willing to consume AFK training content. There's not that many people that are going to pull the fucking stream up for that. It's just not going to happen. So let's go over and look at what Blue does versus just AFK training, which anybody can tune into if they feel like. So what Blue does is he doesn't actually play Black Desert Online, right? If you go through Blue's videos, you go through his Twitch streams, you're not really going to see him doing much grinding. You might see him do a node war every once in a while, But genuinely, I don't know when the last time I saw the guy on Node was, and I've never seen him grind other than like 1 hour of Sakuya every 3 months that he complains the whole time that he's never gotten the merchant ring piece from. Maybe he used to play the game, but since he got his React from Asmongold, he's turned into a full-time React streamer. And I'll kind of give you like the rundown on why React content is an issue. So what happens in Black Desert Online, as everybody who's watching this that's played Black Desert knows, when you play the game, it takes hours and hours and hours of effort to get even a little bit of progress, right? So what happens is, let's take Leduc BDO for an example, right? Leduc BDO puts, I don't even know how much time. Ask Biceptimus, he knows apparently firsthand. The guy doesn't pay to win. And he has the craziest videos you'll ever see of just pure enhancements, debos, pen debos, alchemy stones, like all sorts of stuff. It's really crazy. That takes him so long to make, right? So what does BlueSquadron do? Well, BlueSquadron will put on that video and he'll pause it every 15 seconds and make the same brain dead loud reaction, because that's what his content is. He gets loud for no reason. And then he posts that video. And it took him exactly the amount of time that it took him to watch the video to create the content, right? So let's take a world where, nobody like Leduc exists, right? People don't make the content because they realize what Blue's doing is much easier. Well, we've run out of content to react to. So what Blue does is he takes, and he has this little community that he's built from his Asmongold shout out, and now he's used that to take and react to everybody else's content. He reacts to Siege, he reacts to VOD reviews, which I'll give him the pass on VOD reviews. That's kind of a thing people request. I don't mind it, to be honest. The YouTube videos is really where it starts to get out of hand. The dude doesn't even play the game, right? So the audacity to call somebody else out when you spend your time taking what other people do, spend hours and hours and hours of their life on grinding, editing the content to post it on YouTube. You watch it so you can steal all of the viewership. And yeah, I mean, sure, they might get a couple thousand subscribers, right? But the reality is, I don't know how many views you get, Blue. I'm going to be honest, I don't keep up with your channel. Let's say you get 7,000 in 10 hours. Let's say it's 100,000 on average. You're getting 100,000 views and that channel's still going to be on 10,000 on average, right? You're taking all of the viewership. Now, what happens when you take all of the viewership, BlueSquadron, is when you type in BDO in the YouTube search history, which I can't really prove that point because, like I said, I have BlueSquadron blocked, so ideally his stuff isn't going to come up here. Well, there you go. I can't even get rid of him, even if I want to get rid of him, right? This guy has consumed the thing. I would love patch notes from Chris Polly. Everybody knows Chris Polly because he's existed since the beginning of time, right? I would type in BDO patch notes before I block this guy and see a wall of, look at this. Why am I seeing a wall of BlueSquadron? Where is Chris Polly? Why am I seeing a wall of BlueSquadron? I don't want to see his patch notes from 2 months ago. This is what happens when somebody just doesn't have to put any effort into their content. They just pull something up, click through it, and move on with their life. I just can't see how you can create this content that is just, bottom of the barrel, zero effort. Let's just go look and take a look through his videos here. He has a drama with him reacting and talking shit with somebody, the thing that I'm currently talking about. He has, oh, look at that. He's reacting. It's a patch note rundown where he just pulls it up real quick and very terribly goes through it, similar to what I'm doing here. Just, took him 3 minutes. Oh, look at that. Reaction to a situation. Reaction. Oh, we got a reaction here. We have a tier list, and my favorite part about BlueSquadron's tier list, right? Like I told you, he doesn't play the game. So what happens when a BlueSquadron tier list is happening is he pulls the... Oh, no, this is a reaction. Okay, my bad. That's my fault. It's a reaction. But the point I was making about his tier list is he just brings stuff up and then just asks his chat for an hour about what he should say in the tier list and then posts it as if I'm expected to watch it. I mean, it's genuinely unbelievable. And you might say, well, then just don't watch him. Well, the problem is he's killing the game because there's no other content creators that are being pushed in an algorithm because he's choking them out, right? He's reacting to a reactor. Fake Uni, Fake Uni has still makes some good content, but he's definitely on that reaction type wave. But I mean, this is ridiculous, bro. He doesn't even play the game. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, at least he gets 10K views. I guess that's my solace, man. This is why he doesn't play any games right here. As it turns out, your gameplay is not interesting. I mean, what are we doing, man? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think it's absolutely absurd that this guy has the audacity to call out another content creator for the quality or the type of content that they make when all he does is leech off of the hard work of other people. I don't really get it. He's over here like, oh, this is so terrible. 800,000 crons to get double X. How do you think this guy got these crons? Maybe he bought them. Maybe he did. But like, he don't have to buy the crons. He just reacts to the guy buying the crons. I don't know, man. Y'all have a good one.